Good day, chaps. It is 11:20. I'm not washed or dressed. Welcome to self-employed life. Right, let's begin then. So, this is the intro. Actually, that only happens 2 times. So, I just do this with my ring finger on the 4th fret of the B string. 4 and open. Like that. And then we're going to go like this. So that was 4, sliding up to 5, and you keep that open ringing out through the whole thing. Then you go to 4 on the G string and play open on the 2 top strings as well. So you got, and then at the end of that I just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 4 and open. So you got, oops. Like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm just going to turn the brightness down a touch and the bass up a little bit. That's better. Right. I bet you're probably thinking it sounds exactly the same. Probably does over the camera. Anyway, so here's the verse. So, start in the same place, 4 on the B string, open on the high E. And this time you're going to hammer onto 5. So that was index and middle finger. Then go back to 4. Then go up to 7, I go with my pinky. Back to 4. Then 7 again. And then 5 this time. So you got 4 hammer onto 5. Strum 5 3 more times. Oh, hang on. Like that. Then 4, 7. Oh my word, I'm going to start again. 4 hammer onto 5. 4, 7, 4, 7, 5. So you're basically doing this on that string but doing open at the same time. Then I've put the chorus ending next because it happens before the chorus in the song, but generally this is what happens at the end of choruses. So it's 2 and 4 power chord on the thickest string. Then you go 4 on the A, 2 on the A, 4 on the E. And then just play like an A major or like an A power chord. So you got like that. Oh yes, I forgot to mention as well, the verse is over an E major and a C sharp minor chord. So you got, actually it's more of like it's either a C sharp minor or it's a C sus2. Haven't decided. So that's what like the rhythm guitar would do. Now here's the chorus then. So we start opening. So well, I'll play it first. So we've got open and 2, A power chord. Then we're going to go up to 6. We're doing octave chords here. So you've got 6, muted, 8 on the G string. Then up to 7. then up to 9. And then you got to shoot straight back down to open and 2. So that's going to be the tricky bit here, is going from this and then back. And this time we're going to go 6, 7, 4. So that goes on to like the second line. And then it changes chord to E. You go 6, 7, 9. And then at the end here you've got guitar 1 and guitar 2. It's basically this last part is harmonised between the two guitar parts. So Dave Grohl does this. So that was 6, 7, 2. And then Chris Shiflett or Pat, whatever his name is, whichever one was in the band at this point, they've changed guitarist about 78 times. So, but yeah, the other guitarist does this. So that was 9, 11, 6. So as I say, one guitar will go, and one will go. And then at the end of that, unless it's a repeated chorus, every chorus is 2 times apart from the last one, which is 4. But at the end of each chorus, you go back to that. Right. At the end of the first chorus, you've got this. So it goes 4 and open, then you go 4 slide into 5 twice, and now you're going to go to 4 on the G string. Now this is quite difficult. It's really hard to get these 2 strings ringing out over the top of this string bend. But you're basically going to do a full string bend on that 4th fret on the G string, hold it, and then release it. So you got like that. And then that goes straight back into a verse. Then it goes chorus again, and then chorus ending. Now the next bit in the structure is intro. I've put intro instead of tabbing out a whole new section, which would have taken up the best part of a page. I didn't see the point because we've basically done these 2 parts already. Essentially what you've got is you do the intro once, and then you do that lick that I just showed you, the post-chorus, first chorus one, straight after one another, and you do that twice. So as it comes out of that, at the end of the second chorus, and then so you see what I mean. So you've got, although I don't know if I quite got my timing right on that, I'm just going to try and do it to the song. God, I've got so good at like so, we've got our little solo section after that. So again, what I did was I didn't bother with tabbing the first bit because I guess this is the guitar solo. When you do the post-second chorus bit, don't hold the string bend for as long as you do at the end of the first chorus. Just go like this instead of. So you're going to go. So that's your intro, then, and back to the intro, then. So what I did there, This is going into the mini solo section bit here. So we're going to go. So I did 4, hammer onto 5, 5, slide up to 7, and then play 7 again. So you got. So. Now we're going to go up to 7 and 7 on the G and B string. And we're going to be going back and forth between that and 6 and 7. So 6 and 7, 6 being on the G. You're going to be playing 7 on the B throughout all of this, and you're going to be going like this. Now, what is really confusing about this part is the amount of strums that we're going to do on each one of those. There's not really a pattern to it. It's meant to be quite odd, I think. So basically you've got 6, then you lift your finger off and go 6 and 7, and you do 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. Then you go back to, so at the moment it's not too bad. Then we go back to 7 and do it 6 times, so again, not too bad. But then we go to 6, back to 6, and this time we're going to do it 4 times. And then to make up for the ones that we didn't do there, we now go back to 7 and we do it 12 times. So then we go, so far we've got this 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 10 of 6 and 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we go back to 7, this time we're going to do it 16 times, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you're getting into the last little bit, you can see it's all palm muted. As you get to the last little bit of that run of 16, release palm mute and just start bending on that 7 and 7. So I'm holding it down with these 2 fingers, as you can see, so I can facilitate that string bend. But you don't really bend it too far, it's only really like a half bend. So what you've got then, I'm going to try and do this section now and I'm almost certainly going to fuck it up, so, but none of this is legally binding, so it's fine. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to take some practicing, that bit, on my part too, to get used to the order of that. It's kind of like when we did the solo in Creep, because I think you both were, John and Richard, were with Rock Project when we did that, and yeah, how like the solo section is really odd in terms of how long you. So I'm trying to think if there is a way maybe you could simplify it. So maybe you just go like. Help if I played the right notes. Because that still fits. What I did there, and it just is a lot less confusing, and it has the same effect, and no one in the audience is going to go, oh, what a dick, he didn't do 6 then 10 times then 6 then 4 then 12 then 10 then 16, he sucks. Yeah, so don't worry about it too much if you want to figure out your own way of doing that bit, as long as it's got palm mutes and it's got this at the end. Now, the last verse, I kind of maybe call it like the loud verse. You're not going to do, you're kind of like a half and half of the rhythm and lead part. So basically the lead guitar does this as well with the rhythm guitar to make that chord really big. E major that is. And then you add this on the end. Oh. And then you do that 4 times. And then it goes into a chorus, which as you can see, this time is 4 times. So basically, once you've finished going around the chorus once, and you go, well, once you go around it for the second time, of course, you just go straight back to the start. That's, I think, how the song ends, although I think there may be a little variation in the... octave chords there. Ah, yes. So on the very last one, so after you've gone... So that's how the song finishes. So once you go like this, change chord for the last time to E in the chorus. You go 6, 7, 9. Then you go up to 11 for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then, and that's how the song finishes. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure covered everything there. I don't think there'll be much to that. Hopefully there won't be any questions after that, but obviously we can go through it in the lesson. As a reminder, no, screw it, I'll put that in the email. But yeah, so see you tonight.